It was a rude awakening for the Indian cricket team in Bengaluru. They lost to New Zealand, and now in this entire cycle, when you look at it, home nations have lost a series at their own home. Looking at it, Australia had lost to the West Indies in Gaba, New Zealand had lost to Australia, and also, and looking at it, India have now lost to New Zealand. Pakistan anyway had lost to Bangladesh. Bangladesh have lost to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, on the other hand, they will face stiffer, tougher challenges at home. Now, how bad is India's situation, and why you may say that it is almost desperate that now India will have to avoid a slip up, because after Bengaluru, you lost certain percentage points. India are still on top with 68, but this now opens the door for three teams. Australia with 90 points at 62.5 percentage points, New Zealand with 44.4. If they can win at least 5 out of the 6 tests, even they will be in contention. But this result is a massive boost for South Africa. South Africa have the easiest WTC cycle at this point in time, and their 2 tests are in Bangladesh. That's the last away series. Then 2 each versus Sri Lanka and Pakistan. The equation is simple for them. They have to do what they have to do, because India have unexpectedly suffered a home loss, the second home loss that is there in this cycle. They lost to England, they lost to India, they lost to New Zealand, and because of that now India's percentage points has taken a hit. Now, what are India's WTC final hopes on? This is again based on certain situations which we want to analyze, which might happen. Overrate deductions, results can go any which ways. So, there has to be a bit of leeway when you think about India's chances. Now, India after the Bengaluru loss have lost 6 percentage points, 68.06. So, now they have to win 3 tests plus 1 draw. That is the only way that they can make it to the WTC final. Now, considering the fact that the weather in Pune is also very dodgy, if the New Zealand-India series ends 1-1, then it is a must-win situation for them in the BGT. They have to win 2 tests in Australia in order to qualify. But if they don't, if it's a 3-0 or a 4-0 defeat by Australia with 1 draw, then India are eliminated. Because South Africa, if they win 5 out of 6 tests, India are out. It is as simple as that. Now, India versus Australia is not a guaranteed WTC final anymore now after this loss. Because if India had won 3 tests in against New Zealand, and if India had and if Australia had managed to win 4 tests, then it was a guaranteed India versus Australia final. But with India also now having a blip and Australia now having a resurgence, if South Africa win 5 out of 6, even if they lose 1 test versus Bangladesh, doesn't matter. They have to win in a big way against Sri Lanka and Pakistan. 5 wins out of 6 will guarantee them a WTC final. Australia, on the other hand, they will be guaranteed a WTC final if India don't win more than 2-3 tests. They win 4 on the 4 out of the things, and they don't suffer a whitewash against Sri Lanka. This is the equation that is confronting India. It is a big dent. This loss now has opened the door for the other teams, especially South Africa and Australia. Sri Lanka also are in it, but they have to win 2 in South Africa and also 2 versus Australia. Those are the last 2 series that is there for them. Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.